Welcome to the Catholic Life Coach podcast, where I help ambitious Catholic women overcome fear and self-doubt so that they can boldly step into the dreams God placed in their hearts, live authentically, and grow a business rooted in their faith. I'm your host, Carla Fitz. I am the Catholic Life Coach, mom, entrepreneur, and your companion on this journey of holy ambition. Each week, we dive deep into faith, mindset, business, and identity so that you can live aligned, lead confidently, and create the impact God designed you for without guilt or hustle. If you are ready to stop holding back and start showing up as the woman God created you to be, you are in the right place. Welcome, and let's get started. All right, so we have been doing lots of talking within the team. My husband and I, it's been a lot of conversations. I've had a lot of conversations with you, talking about your businesses and your dreams and the difficulty of it, the reality that business can be very difficult. It doesn't have to be difficult, but a lot of times it is because we do not have the mindset that welcomes the growth and that makes it okay to have discomfort. A lot of us, what we struggle with is that we don't want it to feel like this. We don't want to have the resistance for it. We do not want to feel uncomfortable. We want the desire to come naturally. We want it to just happen. And the thing is, we can want all of that, but that is not a reality. In fact, part of the reason why those desires come into our hearts is because God is calling us to step out in faith, to trust Him, to grow, to expand. I have said this before in the podcast. If you think of an elastic band, when you are stretching it, it's getting thinner and thinner and thinner and is probably very uncomfortable. And that's what happens in our life. We have to expand. So many of us want the end result, but are afraid of what we have to put in order to get there. I recently had a conversation with someone who really has a dream, and I'm like, how does it feel like to think about the dream? And she said, impossible. And my answer was, good. We need an impossible dream. Impossible dreams help us to expand. Impossible dreams makes us think outside the box because we have been trained to think in one way. That's the way. This is what we do. This is what works, versus being open to receiving new ideas, doing new things, and doing the uncomfortable. When we decide to go after our dreams, our business, serve others, go out there, go and put our mission out in the world, it is uncomfortable. But what we want to see is the end result. If we want to see the end result, we first have to put in the work. And what I mean with the work is not just hustle, by the way. You know that I am like, let's not co-create businesses from hustle. Let's actually co-create businesses that feel very aligned and that fit our lifestyle, that fit the way God would do this. I always think of, if you look at any stories with Jesus was not in a hurry. You never saw him saying, oh, I'm sorry, I gotta go. See you later. I don't have time for this. God always had time. He always had time to breathe. He always had time to be with his Father. And this is something that I'm still learning how to implement in my life. We need more quiet time. We need more time with God. And therefore, we cannot create or should not create businesses that make us feel like we are grinding and hustling and getting burned. The work that needs to happen for our businesses to succeed and to lower that percentage of businesses that do not make it in the world is mind work. We need to shift the programming that we came to be, that we came to have in our current reality. Whatever our parents told us, whatever we saw in society, those become just programming that we have in our heads that need to be challenged. We need to become aware of what's happening within us, because whatever's happening within us is what's actually co-creating this current result we're in. And now we need to create something different. And in order to do that, we have to question our beliefs. We have to question our programming. We have to reprogram our head, our brain, so that our brain starts to see or create new neural pathways. Our brain is elastic. It likes to change. It can change. We are not stuck one way or another. The work that we need to focus on has to do with surrender and faith and mind work. This past week, I shared with you that I was talking to my beautiful assistant, and she was sharing with me that there's just a percentage of businesses that do not make it. And I mentioned to you that I almost feel like I should not have made it. I spent 2 years of my business life not making any money. And I thought something was wrong with my offer. I thought something was wrong with what I was wanting to do. Maybe it was my program. Maybe it was my pricing. And what I came to understand was that I had a very unhealthy relationship with money. I was scared of making more money. I did not think I was worthy of it. I did not think it was in alignment with our faith. I thought it would take me away from God, that it was something I should not want. And the moment I received the help I needed from my coach, I realized, oh my goodness, it's not that God doesn't want to bless my business. It's that I have the wrong programming co-creating right now. I'm believing thoughts that are not true. I'm believing things that should be challenged instead of accepted. My programming around money was not serving me. Because here is the thing, no matter what your business is, at some point you're going to have to sell. That's just not something we can avoid. And I know that for a lot of us, that's the part that intimidates us. It scares us to put ourselves out there and to sell the products that we have to share with our audiences, our people. For me, it was coaching. For some of you is creation. For some of you is services. For some of you might be accounting. Whatever your offer is, at some point you're going to have to get comfortable with selling. But in order for us to be comfortable with selling, it's not just about having the training in sales, but healing the relationship with money, with income. Healing the relationship with ourselves and our businesses, so that we actually go out into the world and serve other people, because otherwise we are just focused on our own beliefs. I'm not worthy. It's not consistent. I don't make enough. I don't have enough. It's never here for me. Every time I have something, I just have to spend it. I can't make more than a certain amount. Whatever your programming is, the first thing and the thing that will change everything is to reprogram it, is to allow yourselves to become more and more aware of what's happening within you, to invite God to heal those beliefs that are no longer serving you, because my love, you are meant to serve your people. And it sounds superficial to work on money beliefs, but what happens when we work on our money beliefs is we serve better. We start realizing that it's not about the money. In fact, one of the things that I see so often is when we are so scared of having it, when we are so scared of wanting money more than we want God, the more we focus on money. Like, how many times do you think about money a day and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't make enough, I should have that. Oh my gosh, what if I run out of money? What if I never sell this? Think about how much we actually focus on money when we are in lack, versus going out into the world with the purpose of serving, of providing something that someone else needs. Our businesses is not about us. It's about our clients. We need to focus more on our people because they need to be our why. Your clients need to be your priority, your focus, versus focusing so much on what you believe about yourself. Let's focus on how can I serve them? And consequently, yes, more income will come. But when you shift that mentality from focusing on what you should and should not want, things shift within you and you're able to focus on serving versus what you can get out of it. It is not about the money. But the more we are open to welcome more abundance into our life, the more lovingly we will show for our clients, the more in service we will show for our clients, and also the more growth our businesses will have. If there's anything that you can take away from today's episode is, let's work on your mindset. It is the thing that shifted everything in my business, and I've seen it in so many clients and I've seen it in so many peers. When we are not aware of what's happening within us, we blame the lack of success, the lack of income, the lack of clients to our businesses, to the program, to the offer. Where in reality, perhaps we need to work inwards, look inwards, and check what we are believing about us, our income, and our business. Is it serving you? And if it's not, let's change them. All right, my loves, until next time, God bless. Thank you for joining and thank you for being a part of this amazing community. My loves, I am hosting a 3-day challenge called Abundance Without Apology. It is for Catholic entrepreneurs to come and heal the relationship with money. It is about becoming more in alignment and building businesses that light us up, and with God at the center of every decision. It is time to heal those beliefs so that we can expand our mission. I hope to see you in there. It is happening April 13th through the 15th, 100% free. All you need to do is sign up and the link is in the description. I will see you then.